Okay, so today we will discuss about calorimetry. What is this calorimetry? Calorimetry is nothing but it is a method used for determining the value of specific heat of any substance that might be fluid using uh, any a specific setup called calorimeter. So it is a method used for determining the value of specific heat of any substance or fluid using a specific setup called calorimeter. So it is also called method of mixtures. So how do we come to the conclusion that this is known as method of mixture? Because we use two kinds of fluid. So fluid 1 and fluid 2. So fluid 1 have temperature T1 and this will have temperature T2. This will have specific heat capacity S and this will also have specific heat capacity S. Now why are we taking specific heat capacity to be same? Because these fluids are of same substance but at different temperature. The density would be same, the mass may be different. The mass may be different. Now the fact is, let us suppose there is a container and there is some liquid inside at temperature T1. Now another liquid is being poured inside of the container and this is at temperature T2. Now let us suppose this is cold and this is hot. Now what happens? Some of the heat after getting mixed into each other, the mixture has been prepared, so there will be some transformation of heat. The simple example could be taken as whenever you mix hot water with cold water in the winter seasons during bathing, then in such case we could consider the same condition. So there are two things happening. So whatever be the heat energy, let it be heat energy of hot water and let that be heat energy of cold water. But after sometimes when they are getting mixed, so there is some change. This is change in temperature. This is some change in temperature. So what do we observe? That whatever heat energy is being gained by this cold water will be equal to the heat energy gained by this hot water. So this hot water will lose some of the heat energy and this heat energy will be getting transferred from hot substance to cold water, that is this water at temperature T2. So let us consider the condition is in ideal state, means no loss has been taken place. So in such condition, heat lost will be equal to heat gained. So heat lost, the heat lost by temperature T2 means the fluid second fluid. So Q is equals to ms delta T. So this is m1 s, since both are same fluid, therefore the s means specific heat will be same. Delta T, whatever be the change in there will be same, is equals to m2 s delta T. Now rearranging this, we have equation as mc delta T is equals to, so the initial temperature, that is heat lost, that was T2. So after T2 it has reached to some temperature, so that will be given as T2 minus T is equals to m2 s, this is T minus T1, since it has gained some of the energy. So rearranging this, we will calculate accordingly. So this will be the required equation. Now somewhere also let us consider this is a metal container, and this metal container will also be at temperature T1, and initially the water inside it was also at temperature T1. Now some extra hot water is getting mixed, that is at T2. So some of the energy will be gained by this cold water, and some of the energy will be gained by this container also. So in such case, Q lost is equals to Q gained. So who is losing the heat? That is nothing but the hot water, temperature T2. So M1 S delta T, M2 S1 delta T plus M3 S2 delta T. What is this S2 and S1? S1 is the specific heat capacity of the water, but S2 is the specific heat capacity of this metal. ठीक? So metal container also have some mass. Let this be M3 and let this be M2 and let this be M1. So in such cases, We will continue the question. Since both these are getting the heat, so M1 S1 T2 minus T, this is the final temperature, S1 T minus T1 plus M3 S2 T minus T1. So this will be the given equation. Okay, now we will talk about specific heat capacity. So we have been talking about fluids, but we have only talked about liquids. Now we will talk about gases. So gases are also considered to be as fluid. So we have discussed the fact about what are the specific heat capacities of the fluids.